Hello students, welcome to my class. In this video, we will study about the human nervous system and its parts. So, let's start. Before starting, we make a flow chart to understand the parts of the human nervous system. Human nervous system. It consists of mainly two parts: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system again divided into two categories, two parts. It consists of two parts: brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system is bifurcated into two categories. One is voluntary or somatic peripheral nervous system, and another one is involuntary or autonomic peripheral nervous system. Brain again consists of three parts. That is, first part is forebrain. Second part is termed as midbrain, and third part is termed as hindbrain, which again formed by different parts. Forebrain consists of three parts. The largest part of brain is cerebrum. Second part of forebrain is olfactory lobe, and third part is diencephalon. Midbrain is present in between the forebrain and hindbrain, and it is a connection point of the two. It controls visual and auditory reflexes here. Hindbrain is formed by again three parts. One is cerebellum, the second largest part of brain. The next is pons, and third one is medulla oblongata. Today we will discuss about their structure, their function in this video. Here, the peripheral nervous system comprises of nerves that are arise from both central nervous system part, that is brain, and spinal cord. The nerves that is arises from brain is termed as cranial nerves, and those nerves which are arises from spinal cord are termed as spinal nerves, which both function as voluntary and involuntary nerves. Okay, so in this section we will study about the type of function performed by these nerves, how they do voluntary function and how they do involuntary function. Involuntary or autonomic peripheral nervous system is also again divided into two parts, that is sympathetic and another one is parasympathetic nervous system. These two types of nervous system work antagonistically to each other. Central nervous system consists of two parts, brain and spinal cord. Let us first discuss about brain. This part is termed as brain, and this is the diagram of brain that you have to learn it. It is very important as per examination point of view. Brain is a soft, whitish structure. It is a large structure that is covered by a bony box known as cranium, that is a part of skull. In the skull, हमारे हेड रीजन की जो बोन होती है वो स्कल कहलाती है, और वो स्कल की बोन जो हमारे ब्रेन को कवर कर रही है, एक प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड कर रही है, उसे हम क्या कहते हैं? क्रेनियम कहते हैं. ओके, दिस इज अबाउट द ब्रेन. तो बोनी स्ट्रक्चर एक इसको प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड कर रही है. दूसरा, ब्रेन एंड स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. इफ वी टॉक अबाउट बोथ ब्रेन एंड स्पाइनल कॉर्ड, both have 3-layer covering. This 3-layer covering are known as meninges, and singular अगर हम बोले, एक लेयर की बात करें, मेम्ब्रेन की लेयर है, और एक लेयर की बात करें तो इसे कहते हैं meninx. Brain and spinal cord both have 3-layered membrane or cover that is known as meninx. And what are they? First, the outermost cover is known as dura mater. The middle one is termed as arachnoid, and the innermost layer is known as pia mater. These are 3 layers which are known as meninx, and they help in the protection of brain and spinal cord. In between these layers, there is a fluid filled inside it which acts as a shock absorbent, and this fluid is termed as CSF. Full form is cerebrospinal fluid. As it is present both in brain and spinal cord, that's why its name is cerebrospinal fluid. In between this layer, if we draw the 3-layer, this one, in between this layer, CSF is filled, which act as shock absorbent. This fluid also help in the exchange of various gases, glucose and waste material inside and outside the brain and spinal cord. Now, what are the different parts present in the brain? For this, look at the diagram, and here we will do one by one its labeling. This outermost bony layer is termed as cranium. Inside cranium, the first outermost layer is dura mater. The middle one is arachnoid, and the innermost is pia mater. These 3 are meninges. This part, which have a coiled structure like surface, is known as cerebrum. This is the part of forebrain. This part is cerebrum, largest part of brain, and it form forebrain. It is a part of forebrain. This cerebrum, as you look in the diagram, there is numerous fold-like structures. So here are some depressions as well as ridges are found, and these ridges and depressions are termed as ridges जो अपवर्ड उठे हुए जो स्ट्रक्चर होते हैं उन्हें रिजेस कह रहे हैं. एंड दिस रिजेस आर टर्म्ड एज गायरी. एंड डिप्रेशंस जो अंदर की ओर दबे हुए स्ट्रक्चर हैं उन्हें हम कहते हैं sulci. This is the plural form gyri and sulci, and singular is sulcus and as well as gyrus. Okay. Here, this part is corpus callosum. This corpus callosum combines the two cerebral hemisphere by means of nerve fiber. This part is termed as thalamus. This is hypothalamus. These are also a part of forebrain, thalamus and hypothalamus. This part is termed as pituitary gland. This is the midbrain region. Here the portion in red color is this portion is termed as cerebellum. This portion is termed as pons and this portion is termed as medulla. These three portions, pons, cerebellum and medulla, comprise hindbrain. This form hindbrain. Here the portion of midbrain along with pons and medulla, these three portions together form brain stem. Brain stem formed by midbrain along with pons and medulla. Here, the medulla are in continuance with the spinal cord, that is a whitish or we can say cord-like structure that is present in the neural canal of vertebral column. And this part is termed as spinal cord. This last part is termed as spinal cord. Below this midbrain, here above the cerebellum, this part is termed as pineal gland. Pituitary gland and pineal gland are the part of endocrine system that we have to study in this chapter 2. We talk about the parts of brain. It consists of three parts. The first part is forebrain. In this forebrain, it is again divided into three parts: cerebrum, olfactory lobe, and diencephalon. It is cerebrum. Let me define it first. This is the largest part of brain. It consists of two hemispheres. These hemispheres are termed as cerebral hemisphere, which are connected by means of nerve fiber known as, this is termed as corpus callosum. अगर हम ब्रेन को सामने से फ्रंट व्यू में देखेंगे तो आपको दिखेगा कि ब्रेन इस तरह से दिखाई दे रहा है। यहाँ से दो हेमिस्फीयर यहाँ दिखाई देते हैं और ये वाला जो पार्ट होता है ये कॉर्पस कैलोसम कहलाता है, जो कि नर्व फाइबर से बना हुआ रहता है और टू सेरिब्रल हेमिस्फीयर को ज्वाइन करता है। फंक्शन की अगर बात करें तो सेरिब्रम मेन थिंकिंग पार्ट होता है। इट इज द मेन थिंकिंग पार्ट ऑफ ब्रेन। It consists of 4 lobes और ये 4 lobes हैं फ्रंटल लोब, दूसरा है पैराइटल लोब, तीसरा है टेम्पोरल लोब एंड last one is occipital lobe. Mainly controls sense of thinking, intelligence, reasoning, personality, and help in the development of memory related to this sense. Parietal lobe mainly associated with the, or we can say concerned with the cutaneous sense. Cutaneous sense मतलब sense of touching that we feel. Temporal lobe associated with sense of smelling. Temporal lobe works along with olfactory lobe and help in making conclusion about the sense of smell. Occipital lobe have center for controlling senses like hearing, जिसे हम ऑडिटरी भी कहते हैं, एंड साइट। साइट के लिए हम वर्ड यूज करते हैं विजन या विजुअल। तो दिस ऑल अबाउट द सेरिब्रम। नेक्स्ट इज ऑल्फैक्टरी लोब। Olfactory lobe is a small portion of forebrain that help in relaying sense related to smell to the temporal region. It relay sense of smell to the temporal lobe for analyzing. Next part of forebrain is diencephalon. This diencephalon is completely reside inside the cerebral hemisphere, or we can say it is covered by cerebral hemisphere completely. It has 2 parts. First is thalamus and second one is hypothalamus. Thalamus act as relay center for sensory and motor neuron or motor nerves that are arises from brain. जो क्रेनियल नर्व्स होती हैं वो दोनों तरीके की होती हैं, सेंसरी और मोटर नर्व्स के रूप में ये वर्क करती हैं और थैलेमस एक रिले सेंटर के रूप में यहाँ पे वर्क करता है. Hypothalamus is very important part of forebrain, it consists of large number of nerve cells and help in controlling sense of hunger, thirst, emotions, and maintain body temperature. It acts as thermostator. For body. It releases some neurohormones, and these neurohormones are of two types, releasing and inhibitory hormones. These hormones control the functioning of anterior lobe of pituitary gland. They control the functioning of anterior lobe of pituitary gland. पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड के एंटीरियर लोब से जो भी हार्मोन सीक्रेट होंगे उनके सीक्रेशन को कंट्रोल करेगा हाइपोथैलेमस से निकलने वाले न्यूरो हार्मोन्स, जो कि दो तरह के होते हैं, रिलीजिंग हार्मोन एंड इनहिबिटरी हार्मोन. रिलीजिंग हार्मोन रिलीज करवाएगा हार्मोन्स को पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड से, और इनहिबिटरी हार्मोन उन्हीं हार्मोन्स की सिक्रेशन को रोकेगा. तो इस तरह से ये पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड के फंक्शन को कंट्रोल करेगा. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द फोरब्रेन.